Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I am the owner of PGO Planners, and this is my YouTube channel where we do everything Samsung tab, digital planning, digital Bible study, and some tutorials in between. And today's video was requested some weeks ago by someone, I forgot her name, but I thought it was a good idea, so I wanted to go ahead and do it. And it's basically Samsung Notes versus Touchnotes. Now, to be fair, with Samsung Notes, I used it in the beginning of getting my tablet back in November, but I haven't really touched it like that other than to organize my sticker books since. So I'm actually kind of excited because I've been wanting to test out some of the features and see the similarities between the two apps anyways. But if you're new here and this sounds interesting to you, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can be updated on all things PGL. Also check out my link tree below. My shop is there, all those things are there. But let's get right into it. So I only have one tablet here, so you know, bear with me. I gotta do split screen with this. So I'm gonna first bring in Samsung Notes, and we're just gonna do a regular note page. And then on the other side, I'm going to bring in Touchnotes, and we are gonna do just a plain note page for that as well. So Touchnotes is going to be on the left and Samsung Notes is going to be on the right. And so see, first difference here that we're noticing is that, and we're not going to go over, we're not going to compare the home pages of these apps where you organize your files and folders and all of that, because I mean, I don't find that to be the most interesting part. If that's something you're curious about, Samsung Notes is free, and then Touchnotes has a free trial for like 14 days. So if you want to go and compare those things, you absolutely can. But you see here, the first difference is I was able to create a note here with no name. This one, in order to create a new note, I have to name it. I'm just going to name it Test and hit OK. All right, so another difference is that with Touchnotes right away, we're opening up to a continuous line page. This can be changed, I believe, in the settings, and we'll look at that in a second. With Samsung Notes, it's very like user-friendly, right? You have this white paper here. So the first thing we're gonna look at is templates, because I am gonna turn this into a white page. With Touchnotes, you'll go over into style, and you have these templates here to use, and you can use any colors that you want. You can also use the color dropper, but like I said before, we're just gonna go white. You can change the line size and all that kind of stuff, which is really cool. And it says you can lock page to the top left, which I think would be beneficial because originally, I believe they have it where it's a continuous page, which is kind of, if you're taking notes, that's not really comfortable. And I know that one of the settings that they put in here will help with that. So you can insert a row space. So we're swiping, so I'll insert a column. I'm not sure how that works. Anyways, whatever. So we have the white page. Where Samsung Notes to me, uh-oh, we're losing battery. Give me 1 second, let me switch. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. But what I was saying was, to me, Samsung Notes takes the advantage here. I feel like the templates that they offer in Samsung Notes is just amazing. You get way more template options here, right? You get checklists where you can do like just a checklist situation. You have dotted graph lines, you've got regular dotted, you've got all sorts of goodies here. You even have what can be a month view, which is really cool. You also have PDFs in here, in case you guys didn't know. You can download the PDFs over here where they have like planners, meal planners, weekly planners, that kind of thing. I think it's really cool. See how you have like days so you have the month, like, what am I trying to say? A yearly planner here, and then you have like your monthly situation with the first week, second week, third week kind of to plan out. I don't know if this is hyperlinked. Let's see. Let me slide this over and go into reading mode, and let's press 1. Okay, so never mind. It's not hyperlinked. However, you get like, basically you get a lot of templates in here, and I feel like Samsung Notes is just really good at that. You can also change the color, but like I said, for this instance, with color though, I feel like Touchnotes takes it. Just like with GoodNotes versus Touchnotes, I felt like the color options are really good inside of Touchnotes, whereas like Samsung Notes and GoodNotes, you get really good templates, but you're not able to change the colors. So let's go back to images. Let's do a plain page. If you're wondering how you change the color of the page, you go to page settings, and you see what I mean. Like the colors are not that like, you can also do your scroll direction here as well. With Touchnotes, excuse me, you will do that inside of your settings. All right, so let's look at this writing interface. Let's go into editing on Samsung Notes, and we'll go just click a pen over here. First things first, I feel like the interface for like if you're using a planner is better in Touchnotes than Samsung Notes, because with Samsung Notes, just like GoodNotes, you have to constantly click between reading mode and editing mode to move around your planner, whereas Touchnotes will allow you to do that while you're editing. There is no reader mode where you have to go in just to click. You can click with your finger, or you can double tap with your stylus, and it allows you to move around a lot smoother, in my opinion. As far as the writing interface, hold on, let me make this thicker. I feel like both are very similar. Samsung Notes has the dropper tool for color, which is really great. I love that. So you can easily pick up whatever color you want. Let's zoom in here. And let me make that pen much, much fatter. Not that fat though. Let's zoom out some more. I think that should be good enough where you can see. But yeah, the writing interface in Samsung Notes is smooth. I feel like it's obviously going to be smoother because this S Pen is designed to work best in Samsung Notes, because it is a Samsung tablet and a Samsung S Pen. So naturally, I feel like it definitely should. But with Touchnotes, they've made it really good where you do simulation stroke, and it's going to give you that same fluidity. So I feel like both apps kind of write the same. I don't really notice a difference as far as like any lag. Both of them respond very well. Let me make this thicker. Move this down here. Yeah, it's essentially really well. I don't like that you have to go here to change like the thickness of your pen. I don't, because with here with Touchnotes, you can have a couple of settings that you keep kind of standard as far as your pen is concerned. Whereas with Samsung Notes, I don't think you can save it in a pen case like that. You can add it to favorites, that's what it is. So so you just go here to get to your favorite pens, which is nice. I guess that's really cool. So you still have a pen case situation, it's just not accessible outside of the thingy, which actually kind of works, right? That makes more sense. So I kind of actually like that better in some ways, because then I can just come over here to my pen case, and if I want to add another one, I can just go here, choose a size, and then hit done. And now I have this other one here. So that's nice. With Touchnotes, you have like a literal pen case that you move around the canvas. Of course, you can attach this to the top or to your toolbar, and it'll be out of the way, but you know, to each their own. We're in split screen, so naturally this is doing this way, and everything is, you know, like I said, bear with me. So the next thing we're gonna do, let me just clear the page here. Whoops. You're in the way, mister. Let's clear the page. And here, erase all handwriting on current page. So both options allow you to erase the page. I just wanted to do that to show you guys as well that you can clear the page in Samsung Notes and in Touchnotes. So in that respect, they are the same. Now let's look at the highlighter tool. So with Samsung Notes, you have quite a few highlighters here, right? You can do the square highlighter where it's more freehand. but you can still hold it where it'll straighten itself out. But they also have this highlighter, which is like a rulered highlighter, which automatically is going to draw straight. No matter what you do, it's going to go straight. And then same thing for the rounded tip. You have, well, that's really small. Let's make that bigger. You have it where it can be held to go straight, but it's more free-handed. And then they have the ruler one where it's going to go straight no matter what you do to it, which I think is really, really cool. I love this. I think this is better than Touchnotes because you have to go in and kind of finagle with it, which I'll show shortly in a minute here. With Samsung Notes, you just naturally have those options available really fast. And once again, you can add them into your pin case, or excuse me, your favorites, and they'll be right there ready for you to use, which is awesome. So yeah, I really like that. As far as like the opacity and stuff, I feel like that's really good and easy. With Touchnotes, it allows you to put stuff underneath text, like your highlighter can go underneath your text. I did a tutorial on this. With Samsung Notes, I feel like it might naturally do that. Let me just test that out really quickly. Let's just write the word hello, and then let's go to our highlighter and see. See, so it falls behind it on its own. But what if you wanted this to be on the top? Let's select it, and let's see here. Move forward. Move forward. See, it doesn't do anything. Whereas with Touchnotes, it would do that. Now, I wonder if we deepen the opacity, will it look like it's on top? No. So with Touchnotes, it allows you to have things on top of your thingy, on top of whatever you've written or whatever sticker you're using. I feel like that's convenient for trackers and things like that, but I feel like with Samsung Notes, it should show up on top of a tracker. Let's go here and test that out on this. Yeah, so it just naturally will go underneath the text, which is fine. Okay. So with Touchnotes, the highlighter has kind of this setup where you can do square, hold it down to go straight, or you can just do auto recognition where even if you kind of did this, it would make it straight, which emulates the same thing, simulates the same thing that we just did over here. Same thing for if you were to do unchecked square and it was rounded, you could hold it straight to make it go straight. Oh, there we go. It's already on auto recognition, or you can take it off of auto recognition and have free-handed will to do how you want. With the highlighter, you can change the opacity. You can put it where it goes on the bottom of your words or on the top of your words. And for me, that's where Touchnotes is better than Samsung Notes because it just allows for more functionality with your highlighter tool. So with the eraser, let's see here. You have a stroke eraser and an area eraser, and that's kind of it. Let's see here. Yeah, that's essentially it, and it doesn't erase text, I don't think. So we're just gonna have to delete this. Also, tell me if I'm doing something wrong, you guys. If I type hello here, right? And then I go to my selection tool, how come I can't move this hello situation? Can someone riddle me that? Like, is there a way to move text in Samsung Notes? If you know how, just let me know. I'm just really curious how you do that. Like, do you have to literally, like if I write over here, I don't like that it's gonna go over here. Yes, they have like things where you can make it go to the middle or things like that, or indent it, but it's like, what if you wanna like put this word in a specific area on your planner? Like, how do you move the text? If you have the answer to that, if it's possible, please let me know in the description box below. But with the eraser over here, it has way more options, which is, I think, a lot more user-friendly for planner people because you can erase only normal pen, you can do only erase mark, you can revert to erase all after writing, You can also make sure that it doesn't erase pictures and text, which I have that checked on because obviously I use a lot of text tools and I use a lot of PNG images for stickers. So having that is awesome. So if I hit clear page, I can still clear the page, which Samsung Notes lets me do that too. So in that sense, I feel like they're equal. With that question about the text tool, we're not going to really review the text tool because I feel like Touchnotes wins on that department, because for one, you can bring in custom fonts. There's way more customization available in Touchnotes than there is in Samsung Notes. With Samsung Notes, you can't even bring in custom fonts. The only way you can change your font inside of Samsung Notes is if you change up the entire font on your tablet. So that's a system situation. So you would go into your fonts in your settings on your tablet, and you can purchase a font, or you can use one of the ones that come with your tablet, and it will and they also have some free ones, I believe, too. Pretty standard, but it'll change your font across your tablet, which is what you see in mine. Like mine is all in a different font, and so it shows that way in Samsung Notes. So that's one way that you can kind of have custom font in Samsung Notes. But aside from that, I feel like it just wouldn't be fair for me to do that because it would literally knock it out the water. So we're gonna skip over the write to text, the text functions and all of that in here. Let's talk about the keyboard functions. So if I use the text, if I use the keyboard in Samsung Notes, we'll start with there. I love that you can still use GIFs in here. Like you can use GIFs inside of Samsung Notes, and you just go into reading mode and it'll continuously play, which I really like. Well, it won't continuously play, but it'll play, you know, on a loop. And with Touchnotes, it's the same thing. You can bring in GIFs and it's going to do it, but you have to press the play button. So with that, I mean, take what you will, like both of them do GIFs. I feel like Samsung Notes does it better. But at least, you know, you can still do the GIFs in here. So there's that. Let me clear the page and let me go back into editing mode and delete those. Let me see here. What else can we review? Like I said, the color tool is similar. Like you can do saving and everything like that. But I will say Touchnotes for me gets the edge on the color situation because you can grab colors from across the screen. Let me see if you can do it into Samsung Notes really quickly before I decide that I like it all around. Okay. See, yeah, it has to be on the Samsung Notes document, whereas with Touchnotes, if I want to grab a color from over here, like say if I write this and I want that color, then I'll just go to the dropper tool and allow it to record my screen, and from there I have the hex code. I can grab the color straight from Samsung Notes and I hit the check mark and it'll automatically place it into my pen case over here. And to get out of that, you just hit the back button if you don't want that color. So I think that for me is what takes it over the edge. Aside from that, I feel like they're kind of the same. You can have your custom colors. And what's really cool about Samsung Notes, where I feel like it has some ads, like some, you know, positives, is that it gives you color palettes already to work with in here, which I think is really cool, especially if you're not versed well in colors and matching colors and complementary colors, and you just want a palette to use all of the time, then you can select it. I think I already have 3 selected, which I'm gonna just uncheck mark one of them, and you would just select the one. So I think you can only have 3 at a time, and then you'll swipe. See, now I have that color palette there for me to use, and it's naturally going to match, right? Because it's already a designed color palette for me to use, and I think that that is actually really cool. You know, and you can look, if you use Touchnotes and you still want to use some of the color palettes in here, what you can do is just do this situation, like build it up, and then you can just grab all the hex codes, right? Like say if this was a color palette, like that's really pretty, right? Then you can just go ahead and do your Touchnotes color grab and go ahead and snag all of those colors into your thing. And see, now I have that color over here. I can just use my highlighter and boom, now I have the color that's over here. So, you know, you can play around with both apps across the way. I feel like they work well together. I personally use both of them for different things. But I don't use Samsung Notes for digital planning, which is why there is a little bit of a learning curve happening here for me. Now, I know that this helps you to change the style of what you're writing. With Touchnotes, I feel like that takes the edge, because if I put hello, all I have to do to change this up is circle it, and I have all of my options down here. From my colors, I can change that. I can change the font to whatever font I want it to be, and it's just going to allow me to do that. Let me make that bigger. So I can just change it. I can change the size. All of those things can be changed over here. I can, you know, do like a highlight around it, and it's going to do rounded edges to make it look nice and neat and cool. And I can shrink that down. Excuse me. I can shrink that down to where it's just like a nice little situation there where it's nice and even. With here, if I write, because it can't be text to, well, I mean, if I write hello in here, then I'm assuming I have to highlight it and then go in and change stuff. So if I want that to be blue, then I can do like maybe, let's go to the other colors. Okay. So with the font background, they don't let you do your palette? Okay, well, never mind. But I mean, if you have the hex code, then you're good to go. And then let's change. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's already kind of a little bit of a headache to do this. It's not terrible because it still allows you to change like stuff up. But yeah, there we go. And you can't even make this font as small as you want it. Like 8 is as small as the font goes. With this, if I want to change it, I just shrink it. And I can move the font around, whereas here, I can't do anything with it. Or at least I'm not doing something right. I don't know. Someone, you know, help me out because I'm not understanding. But now to use like handwriting, say if I write, let's go into our favorites case. And let's use this one. So say if I write hello. All right. Now, if I want to change the way that this looks, I will select hello, and then I'll put brown, oops, oh no, I'm jacking up stuff. Okay, I will select hello, and then I'll hit the little button here, and then I'll hit the arrow. Did that make sense? Let me do that one more time. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's easy to do. When I try to explain it, I have a hard time. So if I hit hello, write hello, and I put the pen setting on, let's say this one, because that's our other favorite, right? I'll hit change because the pen setting is now on that, and when I press this, it's going to change the font, the writing style to that pen favorite. So that's how you would change that, which to me, once again, Touchnotes wins, because if I write hello, then all I have to do is circle this and go to color, and I can change it just by pressing a color. I don't have to do the whole tap, tap, tap to change it. You can also change the width as far as like how thick without having to go in and pick a new pen case situation. Like if I want to change this situation, then I'd have to make the pen thick and then go here. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. So that's how you would change that. So you click on this to change the style, my bad. So in that sense, it's not terrible, but once again, I still feel like this is an easier way to do that. So if you want to change like that hello to like pink and have it like super thick, then you would just do it that way. Okay, it's not terrible, but I still feel like this is easier. Especially if you wanted to change it, like you wanted to see the different options you had, you can just easily click through these, shrink it down. With this, you have to go up here and change it each time to get that done. Okay, so I'm only comparing these apps, in my opinion, where I feel like they have similarities, because I'm not trying to diss Samsung Notes. I think Samsung Notes is awesome. I've made money off of Samsung Notes, so I'm like, you know, this is still, she's still cool. But Touchnotes is just better in some aspects. And then there's some aspects, like I said, that Samsung Notes just to me is better. Let's look at the auto recognition for tools. So I feel like Samsung Notes, if I remember correctly, will take the cake for this because it lets you draw a heart in Samsung Notes, right? Look at that. Now, does it let you get the star? Yep. And triangle? Yep. Circle? Yep. Well, that was an oval, I guess. Square? Yes. Okay, so obviously with Touchnotes, I'll say this. You get shapes already over here, right? But what you don't get in auto recognition is a heart. If you try to draw a heart, it's going to give you a circle. But you can draw a star. It'll give you a star. But it's not as accurate, right? Look at how that looks. So it's not terrible, but I feel like Samsung Notes is better in that department because you see the difference, right? Way better. Now, as far as like the shapes tool itself, I feel like Samsung Notes doesn't have that, so I'm not going to compare the two because there's way more you can do with the shapes tool in Touchnotes than you can do with the shapes tool in Samsung Notes. So we're not going to do that. Now here, because they're shapes, I guess it won't let you erase it. If I hit clear all page, it lets me clear the full page. So in that sense, that's great. Here we'll just have to select all of these and let's hit cut. So I like this about Samsung Notes. You can't do this over here in Touchnotes, but if I cut that page and I copy it out of my clipboard, I can paste it back here. I have access to the clipboard. In Touchnotes, you don't have access to the clipboard. If I try to paste this inside of here, it's not going to let me. You can only copy and paste within the app here, unless it's text. Then you can do it. Like if I got text from the internet or something like that and it's over here, like if I want to copy this disclaimer, then I'll just go to the text thingy-majig and I'll hit paste and it'll put whatever it was in the font style that I had it already in the app, and it's ready to go. Stickers. Hold on, let me stop and start this over. Okay, we're back. So stickers. Touchnotes for me takes the cake in stickers only because it has an actual sticker book function or sticker elements function where you can put your stickers in it. These folders all lead to stickers. They're already organized and ready to go. Of course, these are older. I don't offer these in my shop anymore. This is more or less when I was testing things out and just kind of getting a feel, but it offers the chance for you to basically organize your stickers in the app, whereas Samsung Notes simply just doesn't have that feature. However, organizing stickers inside of Samsung Notes is a lot easier because say if I want all of these stickers, I don't want to have to do it one by one. And we did a video on this yesterday, and I realized that you could totally do this. You just hit copy for all of those. You select all of them. Doesn't matter how many there are on the page, I don't think. Don't quote me, but I don't think it matters. It just takes a little bit longer to do it or whatever. In the clipboard, I believe it's stacked all together. And then what you'll do, okay, so I guess you have to physically go add a page. I don't want that kind of page though. Where's the blank? Let me get out of here. We need a blank page. I just want a blank page. Okay, here we go. So now we can just hit paste. And it's going to bring in all of those stickers organized the way that I had it, but they're still individual items. So I can copy these. You see how easy that is? So it depends on what you're looking for sticker wise. If you buy from a shop like myself where we offer Samsung Notes files, then to organize your stickers, you might have an easier time doing that inside of Samsung Notes. With Touchnotes, what will end up having to happen is you have to do it 8 by 8. So on this top row, I have 6 images. So I can just take it and boop, bring it over, and there goes all of the images, and I can shrink it and it's ready to go. So it just really depends on your preference. I love offering Samsung Note files to my customers who purchase from me because it just makes it easier, which is why I do think Samsung Notes is awesome in that respect. If you are using my freebies and you are using the exclusive vault, no, you do not get a Samsung sticker sheet organized. I just want to make that clear. I did get a comment yesterday stating that they haven't gotten a Samsung Note sticker file. That's only if you purchase from me that you get a file for Samsung Notes, and then I also do one for GoodNotes. But I just wanted to make that clear. But yeah, I'm not gonna go on the interface of the outside of the app here, like I said. I really don't like that you have to go here to add a page, but it's not terrible. Overall, I feel like the apps are good. I do feel like this page function over here is better on Touchnotes because you can just hit copy template if you're using a PDF, and it'll literally just copy the template. There's a lot more functionality here, whereas with this, you have to like do stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like that. Excuse me. And excuse me, I'm trying to think of other things that might be a thing. Yeah, oh, and Samsung Notes to me takes the cake on the zoom, right? Because it can zoom to 600, whereas Touchnotes only zooms to 400. And I guess on this continuous page, it doesn't do that. But if you're talking about like on a planner, it zooms to 400. But yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Which app do you think is better? For me, I feel like it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to use a digital planner, or you're doing note taking on a more heavier basis, like you need more functionality, you need to be able to write to text and move your text around, you need more editability, then I feel like Touchnotes is where it's going to be at. If you are trying to organize stickers in a sticker book, or you're trying to create sticker files to sell, or you're just trying to take basic school notes and you don't want to pay the money, but you still want some cool functionality, if you're using the clipboard a lot for your notes and things like that, then I feel like Samsung Notes is the winner for that. I think both apps are awesome, and I feel like they both have their pluses and negatives. But what do you guys think in the comment section below? Which one would you prefer to use on a regular basis, if you don't mind sharing? Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. You can once again check out my website. I'm running a sale on my Etsy and on my website shop, 30% off on my website on a minimum order of $15. So if you were to purchase, say, my planner, which is I think $26, then you would get 30% off of that price, where my Etsy, everything is just 30% off. So, but with my Etsy, I did have to price things up naturally because of the new transaction fee. So everything is still cheaper on my website, so you can choose how you want to shop. But with all of that being said, I had fun today. I hope you guys did too. Tomorrow's video is going to be my monthly plan with me using the new deluxe planner sticker kit that came in the deluxe vault. If you have one of my planners, do not forget to go to the deluxe vault on my website, put in the password that's inside of your planner. You have access to monthly themed sticker kits, and May's sticker kit is already in there. It's gorgeous. I'm going to be using that tomorrow in the video. So if you want to follow along, maybe look at some of the ideas I used, then definitely go and snag those. But once again, anyways, I'm talking too much. I'm going to let you guys go. Don't forget to like this video so more people can find me. Like, please. It'll be like 100 something plus people that'll watch my video, and maybe 11, 5, 10, 12, depending on likes. Come on, you guys. I work really hard on these. Give me a nice little like, you know, thumbs up, so that I can reach more people. Because it's not like there's a lot of Samsung tablet material out here that's not being compared to iPad. So with all of that being said, once again, have a blessed one, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.